Sadly, your body doesn't come with a warranty, but your life comes with choice, and that's power. You can let midlife weaken you, or you can build the strength you need to meet it head on. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. I mentioned this in a previous episode, but after 30, women naturally lose muscle mass at a rate of 3 to 8% per decade, a process called sarcopenia. After menopause, that loss accelerates. So without intentional resistance training, which yes, we've talked about it before, but we're going to talk about it again because it's so important. Without intentional resistance training, women can lose up to 40% of their muscle mass by the age of 70. And I've shared this with you before, but my father has Parkinson's, and he's had a multitude of surgeries in the past 18 months. And I am mind blown at how much muscle he has lost in the past 18 months because he's not moving a lot. And every time he comes out of surgery, he, just really seems to struggle to get back to activities. He's just losing more muscle with every surgery. I'm sharing this with you because if you do not do everything you can to build muscle at midlife, you're not going to have it when you need it later in life, when you're contending with some maybe possibly really big things. So muscle is not just about appearance. Muscle loss directly affects your bone density, your metabolism, your balance, your insulin sensitivity, and really your long-term mobility. Research published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that postmenopausal women who engaged in regular strength training reduced their risk of hip fractures by 40%. And another study in Medicine and Science and Sports and Exercise showed that resistance training improves cognitive function and reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression in midlife women, effects comparable to antidepressant medication in some cases. That's awesome. That's a reason to strength train. This isn't about lifting heavy for ego. It's about training for the life we love. Strength allows you to carry your groceries, pick up your kids or your grandkids, travel confidently for as long as possible, recover from illness or injury faster, and stay engaged in the activities that you so deeply love. Maya Angelou said that my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. And to do so with some passion, some compassion, and some humor and some style. Strength training is how you protect your ability to thrive as you age. And I'm really a big proponent of course, training movement, not just muscles. So squat so you can get up from the floor or from a chair, because this is something I see a lot of elderly people struggle to do. They can't get on the floor. And even when they're in a chair, they often struggle to get up. Hinge, so you can lift heavy objects without injuring your back. Push and pull with your upper body so you can open doors and carry bags, put your own suitcase in the overhead compartment of the airplane, and maintain upper body function. Carry heavy loads so you can carry your groceries and perform daily tasks for as long as possible as you age. These patterns support real life, not just gym performance. In fact, I think when women really hyper-focus on strength training being about aesthetics and ego and gym performance, it just turns us off. It just creates a lot of resistance for not doing it. But when we really consider that it's a gateway for aging more powerfully, that gets us a little more fired up, or hopefully a lot more fired up. A strong body is not about looking a certain way. It's about being able to participate fully in this one big, beautiful, precious life that you have been gifted. hopefully for decades to come. Strength is freedom. And in midlife, that freedom, I hope you feel, is worth fighting for. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.